Closing tools, life-changing events. Now, this is a very powerful tool. It may be similar to, it only takes 1 second, but you're going to elaborate on how critical it is and how today's decision may either influence some positive or some negative, and you're going to make it realistic by giving them an example on how critical things could turn, and they could shift from their situation today, meaning whatever they're going through today, and putting themselves in a completely different situation. So life-changing events. And this is a useful, very powerful, especially for customers that don't have insurance and they want to shop around. Now, you have to understand that insurance is very critical. Now, let's look at the reality of the situation. If you're driving without insurance and you hit a vehicle, you're responsible for that. So let's just look at a vehicle that may be $15,000 worth of value. If it's a total loss, for instance, you're going to be responsible for that. There's legal actions that are going to be taken against you, either by the other driver or maybe their insurance company. And you need to educate the client. Look, it's not only just being involved in an accident, they're going to go after you. You own a property, you own a business, they're going to go after your property, after your business. And simply, if you don't, they're going to go after you. They're going to suspend your license. You're going to go to court. They're going to make sure that you pay everything back. It's going to take you a long time. I mean, $15,000. Do you have that in your bank account? I don't. Do you have it? And if you have it, do you want to use it for that? I don't. So simply life-changing events. So you need to let them know that as soon as they leave, if they leave protected, there's nothing to worry about. If they leave taking a risk without insurance, and if something happens, that's going to completely shift their whole life. Give them that example, $15,000. Tell them, look, how long is it going to take you to pay those $15,000? Can you afford $1,000 a month to pay it off within a year and a couple months? They're going to say no. I mean, especially if they live, paycheck to paycheck, meaning that they only have sufficient to survive and pay their expenses and maybe a little bit of entertainment, and they have their family to take care of. So an additional $1,000, that's an additional bill. That's another rent payment. That's another mortgage payment. That's car and a car note and a couple other bills. So literally $500 every single month. Would you be happy paying that for 2 years until you pay this off? So life-changing events. You leave today without insurance, $15,000 that you're going to be responsible. Besides all the headaches, all the legalities, all the stress, all the negatives, you're going to be responsible to pay this $15,000, even if it takes you 2-3 years, because they're going to suspend your license. They're not going to give you an option until you pay it off. So is that something that you're interested? Look, would you be happy? That's going to shift your whole life. Also, what if they have a brand new vehicle? You use that same concept, but on their vehicle as well. Or on both, on their vehicle and the other driver's vehicle. You're going to tell them, look, if something happens, you're going to have to pay this out of pocket. You're going to pay $15,000 for your vehicle and another $10,000 for their vehicle. That's $25,000. That's insane. That's a lot of money. Do you have that with you? No, absolutely not. I don't. Life-changing events. So if something happens critical, you're going to be responsible for that. And it's not going to take you just 1 month or 2 months to clear it or to resolve it or to take care of it. It's going to take you a very long time. So it's going to make a big difference. It's going to impact you. It's going to impact your finances. It's going to impact your emotional, psychological, and once again, your finances, because you're not prepared for this, and you shouldn't be prepared for this. There's no need for you to be prepared. That's the reason why you're going to make a decision today, because you know that's the right thing to do. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're going to be responsible for $15,000, $20,000 for what? There's no reason to do that. Leave with the insurance. Purchase a policy that's going to make a difference. Get the liability so you can protect the other driver. Get your full coverage so you can protect your vehicle that's worth $15,000. Let's get it out of the way. Why would you put yourself in a position where you're going to be responsible for all of these things, all of these expenses, all of these losses? It is going to change your life. It's going to change. It's going to impact. It's going to shift you from positive to negative. Why? Because it's a lot of money that you owe. I would be so upset at myself every single day knowing that I have to pay, $20,000 and it's going to take me 2-3 years. So instead of me working on saving money to maybe buy me a better car, or maybe get a property, or maybe take a vacation trip, I'm gonna keep not saving money but paying to cover this. It doesn't make sense. So look at the bright side. Today, nothing has happened. Today, there's still an opportunity for you to leave with insurance. Let's go ahead and get this policy out of the way. Let's make a decision today. Trust me, you're gonna appreciate what I'm doing for you because I actually care about you. You're gonna appreciate the fact that I'm giving you information and making you realize that making a decision today to get your insurance is actually something very important. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Use this tool. Once again, this makes it tangible. This puts them in a position more of a shift of their lifestyle, a shift emotionally, a shift in their finances from whatever they have going on today, and having to move things around to be responsible for that accident, for those losses, and educate them. The insurance company may go after them. If the other driver has insurance and they cover the claim, since they don't have insurance, they're going to go after them for sure. The insurance is going to go after them because that other insurance company is going to want to get their money. Trust me, they'll send you to collections. They'll send your case to a collection department, a collection agency, and they're going to put it on your credit. 100% accurate. They're going to put it on your credit, and it's either going to affect your credit, so that's a life-changing event. See how that transfers from simply leaving with no insurance, getting involved in an accident, paying for losses for their vehicle, paying for losses for the other driver's vehicle, or if they don't, having to go to court. There's a lawsuit against them. They go after their property, after their business. They're gonna have to make payments until they pay it off. If they don't pay it off, it's gonna be sent to collections, to a collection agency. It's gonna be added to their credit score and their credit report, and it's gonna be there until they clear it. It's gonna be there under a collection bill. So all of these things are life-changing events because it shifts everything from negative to positive. So as soon as you start educating them, that is going to affect their credit, it's going to affect them emotionally, it's going to affect their finances, it's going to put their whole plans on hold simply because they're choosing to shop around. So you have to get your point across, you have to educate them, and then advise them, tell them, look, there's no reason for you to leave and take a risk. And I may sound insane, I may sound a little crazy, but this is the reality. It's a big decision that you're going to have to make today, either to leave with insurance or leave without insurance. The consequences are life-changing because if you leave without insurance, you could put yourself in a very, very, very tough situation. Use this tool. It's very powerful. Anyone that wants to shop around, anyone that gives you an impression that they want to think about it, just throw it out there. Life-changing event. Let me share something with you, sir. This decision, if you make it positive, you leave satisfied, nothing critical is going to happen. But if you don't make this decision, it could potentially put you in a position that's going to change your life. It's a life-changing event, life-changing decision, simply because you're going to put yourself in this position and you give them all the details, and it's going to affect you long-term, not just a couple of days. Getting a ticket, $700, $1,000, that's a short, it's going to affect them short-term. An accident, court, lawsuit, all of these things, this is long-term. Use this tool. It's a very positive and very aggressive closing tool.